AM 560. The Answer.
I'm picking up vibrations. She's giving me the excitations.
Stop trying to cheer me up. I know what you're doing, squirrel.
Do it automatically, but this is actually a unifying issue. And so when I talk about how you bring Republicans who voted for Trump over to the Democratic side, an aggressive increase in the minimum wage is part of the answer.
What? How the frack would you know, stupid? And the goal here, squirrel, it's kind of a tell when you really listen to this side saddle. The goal is to put you in a state of feudalism, to disenfranchise you so much you forget the principles of what your country is. And the reason we are the youngest and the richest with the highest quality of life for everybody. We're not based in this communism, socialism, American Nazi of the Democrat mafia. We're not based in it. Now, in the areas where they implement it, those are the ghettos that are losing value of assets in record time, wherever they are. By the way, did Dalton ever get the juicy crab? Have you been able to find the juicy crab? I saw a juicy crab once in Alabama, squirrel. You know what I thought to myself? $3,200 for juicy crab probably sucks.
You ask Democrats in an open survey what they think the minimum wage should be. They say $27. If you ask Republicans, independents, they say $26.
Not a word of that is true. Not a word. But does it matter when it comes to truth and Democrats? I mean, when you really look back at who they are, does it matter what they say? Whether it's Barack Obama telling you he's going to save $2,500 a year on your insurance premiums that went up $30,000 a year, or when he steals money in daylight. Has anybody ever asked, didn't this idiot who was late on his ghetto Bentley promise $13 billion for high-speed rail way back when he got elected? What happened to the money?
Building a new system of high-speed rail in America will be faster, cheaper, and easier than building more freeways or adding to an already overburdened aviation system, and everybody stands to benefit. And that's why today, with the help of Secretary LaHood and Vice President Biden, America's #1 rail fan, I've been told, I'm announcing my administration's efforts to transform travel in America with an historic investment in high-speed rail. And to make this happen, we've already dedicated $8 billion of Recovery and Reinvestment Act funds to this initiative, and I've requested another $5 billion over the next 5 years.
Now, granted, there's not a Chicago public school student that can add 8 and 5, but the $13 billion is in the wind. Where's LaHood, that other Democrat moron, scumbag? 10 cents a gallon on every gallon of gas, the LaHood tax. I wonder, did you make money on that? You didn't pull a Hassert, and I don't mean rubbing your crotch with teenage boys. You didn't get in on that scam, did you, LaHood? Crook. Glenn in Orlando.
Sean, have you forgotten that Grady Preckwinkle needs $500 million? They're short on the county.
557, but who's counting?
And didn't they have that nice guaranteed income program? And what about the reparations, Sean? When are we going to get my reparations?
Nobody said there'd be reparations. You know what I love about that budget that they pretend is $557 million short? It counts the money they steal from their SNAP food, from their Medicare, from their Medicaid, from the, don't forget, the ghetto lottery, disability, and all the money that is counted in the ghetto games and the drug addicts and the drug dealing that they pretend those sloths and morons aren't already on welfare. That's the snake eating its tail. And Glenn, what happened in New York that nobody's talking about, per unit, $175,000 a unit, that has never happened outside of a depression. And it only happens in Democrat areas. That's what they bring to the table, the morons. But the promises of utopia, woo-wee. And you know what I love about this that's not getting mentioned, Squirrel? A lot of these scumbags are getting arrested. Thousands and thousands. You're not hearing about it because the Mockingbird media, these morons who are too ugly and too stupid to become soap opera actors, these propagandists calling themselves reporters, they compartmentalize the success of the Trump administration. From Texas to L.A. to Arizona, all across this country, Georgia, thousands of these scum and the doctors that are in on it are going to fracking jail.
Prosecutors have charged 13 people in North Texas in a massive nationwide healthcare fraud crackdown.
You got it. You little side saddle there. Do you know Chris Murphy?
New at 4, Attorney General Chris Mays announcing nearly 4 dozen new indictments, part of a nationwide health care fraud takedown.
And some of these cases involve Medicaid fraud, drug diversion, and even manslaughter. Several.
Arizona, now L.A.
Well, Dana, the feds allege this fraudster, he had a few tactics. He would prey on vulnerable people who did not need hospice and then also bill the government for deceased strangers.
No kidding. That's an illegal alien. What's the difference? Same amount of damage as a treasonous American Democrat. And same ability to read as a Chicago public school student. In fact, he filled out the paperwork. He's better than a CPS student.
Hey, everybody. Tim Burchett. Just finished chairing the DOJ subcommittee. Food stamp fraud. It's widespread. You just wouldn't believe it. And we've got legislation drawn up. Where is that legislation, Noah? You got it?
Yes, sir.
Dealing with food stamps. I said I was going to do this in these committees. That's the problem. You have these dadgum hearings, and everybody wants to write a stupid letter, and then nothing happens. And I'm going to be introducing 2 bills. SNAP Citizenship and Residency Act will restrict the eligibility of food stamps to only U.S. citizens or law.
That's the other thing. How much in Illinois has been stolen in just the name of illegal aliens? Because when it comes to federally under the dimwit in diapers, Joe Biden, it was $22 billion stolen in the name of illegal aliens.
Report has revealed that Joe Biden's HHS spent $22.6 billion in grants for migrants covering cars, home loans, cash, housing, health care, and even money to start up businesses. All fun.
The rent is too damn high. All because Democrats made it that way. 312-642-5600.
This is the Sean Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.